Peace and blessings and shalom to the family. Shalom to the family. Peace and blessings. Yeah, I was just live and y'all saw the reception was horrible, right? So I said I'll go live again and show y'all what I was showing y'all a little bit clearer than what I was doing before. So with that being said, let's wait for a few people to come in the house, family. Let's go.
That 12-track breakdown is one of the world's best kept secrets. And that's something that One West had completely correct. Let's get some understanding.
They say it's all a facade, and that there's really no supreme God. They say it's all a coincidence. To me, I believe the ratio is God's fingerprints. It's laid out in the sequence. It's mathematics that creates the matrix. It's designed by intelligence. The disobedient, those evolutionary idiots. I'm talking about the atheists, the haters. That's why we keep on making hits. We do this for the most glorious. And don't forget about the kids. Teach about the Torah and who really built the pyramids. Teach about Yahweh and the color of his skin. The brother was darker than Wesley Snipes, but that's a fact that many might not like.
Max said before they killed him, he said that in the future, men are going to come before you, and they're going to tell you that you are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Malcolm said out of his own mouth, I tell you, believe them.
Is deep, believe we the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Do you know how good it feel to know that God real? Recognize when you see that 7 branch hanging. We ain't about campaigning. Some study DNA and endless genealogy. Others use the brown paper bag policy. Obviously, for years I knew we was part of prophecy. Fled Madrid, I birthright hid, 400-year bid. Puerto Riches, Ponce de Leon, shallow graves and ditches. The Spaniards' conquest for riches is sickening, disgusting. Let's have an honest discussion without any cussing and talk about the abomination of the nation. We fear every curse situation gon' get worse. The Most High's firstborn, Jeremiah 31, 9 verse.
Ephraim got brothers in it that look just like Esau, the devil, the white man. Yet many of them are our brothers and sisters. Ephraim is the Puerto Rican, but the original Puerto Rican were black as
It
dark.
was the Most High that scattered us, Shiloh that gathered us, born in Bethlehem and raised up in Nazareth, the image of the Father in all righteousness, heir to the throne, but they made Christ submit. Why is this? The enemy is showing his hate for me, right in front of our face, but we both put them faithfully. What a low down and messed up state to be. It's gonna change, but we have to wait patiently. Can't live in peace cause they profile racially. Their justice system has no justice in them. Truly in vain is salvation hope for. When Christ take them down, they won't oppress us no more. All hail our King, he's taking his crown back. Jewels that I dropped in the form of a soundtrack. Food for thought, praying that the Savior comes quick. Northern tribes, southern tribes is really just one stick.
The 12 tribes side is up to date. We've had white guys come up to us 30 years ago. Get out, that's white guys, and get out of the limousine. The downtown now, and point to the sign and say, how did you guys find out? And so we said, what do you mean? He said, that sign. How did you find out information? We paid billions of dollars to keep that from down. Now, a white scholar wrote that went and did research on Mexico, and he came back to the same conclusion that we come to, that the Mexicans are the lost tribe of Issachar. Look, Israelites are not perfect. We're committed sin on this earth like every other nation and every other man. It's just a difference in what.
Hey, peace and blessings and shalom to the family. What's going on? What's going on? Good afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Maccabees TV. It's your brother, Priest Daniel Alliance of Israel, Maccabees Alliance Council. How's everybody doing today? As always, if you are in the building, I'm going to ask you to hit the like button. You already know how that algorithm works. The more you hit the like button is the more people that will get a notification when they log on to YouTube. When they log on, they'll see that we're live, right? And now, I know that some of y'all were watching that last live I did about an hour ago. The reception was horrible, family. So I apologize for that. That's why I'm going live again. I actually took some video footage, that I want to show you, brothers and sisters, only because the footage was kind of blurry that I showed in the last video. Somebody just left a comment on it. I just got it. The last video, it says, I was using a Motorola Razr camera. Nah, I wasn't using a Motorola Razr camera. No, what it was that there's bad reception up there, and I do know that, but I wanted to go live anyway. I wanted to try. So I went live. Y'all kind of saw it. It wasn't the best reception, nothing like that, but you guys saw it, so it's all good, right? And I'm going to show it to you again. So as always, as I mentioned, brothers and sisters, if you are in the building, I want you to hit the like button, right? And I'm going to show you, brothers and sisters, what I want to show you. This is going to be another quick video, under an hour, just like the last one. Last time I kept my promise, I was 45 minutes. It's going to be the same thing with this, if even that, right? So let's go ahead and start off as people trickle in, and I'll get to the main stuff. I'm going to start with this one right here. I want to know how many of you brothers and sisters saw the story right here. I actually think this is funny. I actually thought this was pretty funny. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and show you, brothers and sisters, this story in the news, just to show you a world gone mad, just to show you how the media is using this coronavirus scare to stoke up the fear of the people, right? And some people are intelligent enough to see through the BS that the media is doing and actually taking it to their advantage. How many of you brothers and sisters have heard that there was this story right here? This is from USA Today. There is a student that was selling hand sanitizer at school, squirts of hand sanitizer at school, and got suspended from school. I want y'all to think about that. That there is a market where people will buy squirts of hand sanitizer. They'll pay for that. The media has gone so far in instilling this fear in people that they're willing to pay for a squirt of hand sanitizer. If you're from the New York area, you'll know what I'm talking about, but some of you won't. There was a story on the news yesterday that there's a store, I believe the store is in Brooklyn. If not, y'all could correct me. There's a store in Brooklyn, right, that sells hand sanitizers like the size of this phone right here, like about this size right here, just this. This bottle of hand sanitizer, the normal size, they were selling those for $80 a pop. Did y'all hear what I said? $80 a bottle of hand sanitizer this size. The ones that normally go in the store for what, $4 or $5, they were selling them in New York. $80. That store got shut down, by the way. $80. But really, you can't blame the store owner. You got to blame the people that allowed themselves to be used by the media, allow themselves to be scared into doing things like that by the media. You got to blame the people. I can't be bad at the store owner for selling his hand sanitizer. Listen, he probably bought a case of hand sanitizers for what, maybe 30, 40? No, I'm not gonna say that. Maybe what, $50? And you selling them $80 a pop? I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. It goes to show you how simple the people are. That's why the Most High call our people sheep, but it's not just our people. Everybody's panicking. Everyone is panicking. It's crazy. It's crazy. So let's check out this article real quick. I thought this was a little funny, right? It says, student suspended from school for selling squirts of hand sanitizer. When I used to go to school, back in the Stone Age, right? When I used to go to school, dudes used to be selling candy. You had a dude that was selling candy like Skittles, M&Ms, like what they call that? I don't eat a lot of candy. Like Three Musketeers bars and Hershey bars and things of that nature. You had somebody selling that. Of course, you had dudes that were selling alcohol in school. Brothers used to have like little shots, whatever they would get from their parents. They would sell that in school. And of course, you had the weed man. You know what I'm saying? Those were pretty much the dudes that you had in school that was selling stuff, right? But now, this person is selling hand sanitizer in school. Let's go ahead and look at the article, man. This is crazy. It says, as corona panic reaches a new fever pitch, and the World Health Organization officially calling it a pandemic, some people have taken advantage of people's anxiety for a quick buck. Like I told y'all, here in New York, they were selling bottles of hand sanitizer for $80. Okay? That includes one teenager in the United Kingdom who was suspended from school for the day for selling squirts of hand sanitizers to his friends at Dixon's University Academy in Leeds. Jenny Tompkins posted her son's money-making schemes on Facebook Wednesday, where it amassed nearly 198,000 reactions. So there was 198,000 people that saw that Facebook post and was pretty much mostly giving it a thumbs up. And 98,000 comments, much of which praised his entrepreneurial savvy. See, some people have enough sense to realize that the average person is nothing but a sheep, right? They believe everything they see in the media. And so you have people that is smart enough to be like, you know what? I'm gonna make $1 off of your stupidity. I can't be mad at that. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Let me look at the comment section. If I'm wrong, just the people that think I'm wrong, put 2 in the chat. Put 2 in the chat. Let me know I'm wrong for that, because I don't think I'm wrong for that. I can't be mad at somebody that's making $1 off of somebody else's stupidity. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Let's continue. I don't really want this video to be too long. Let's continue. Let's go back, right? Very hard to discipline this behavior when his dad phones him, right? I'm right here in case y'all wonder where I am. Very hard to discipline this behavior when his dad phones him from work to call him an expletive legend. His father called him an effing legend for being smart enough to realize, hey, people around here are so stupid, they'll buy some hand sanitizer for me for whatever he was selling it for. Tompkins wrote on Facebook. Let's go down a little bit. One poster called him a very enterprising lad. In all, he made just over $11 from his little grit after selling each squirt for 64 cents. So he's charging 64 cents a squirt. What are the proceeds going to be used for? Tompkins said he purchased a bag of Doritos and plans to buy a kebab with the rest of his cash, right? So that's the end of the story, but I just want to show you, I thought it was an interesting story, not so much that he made a lot of money, but it goes to show you how gullible people are. And remember, those are children buying that. So where are they learning to be in a panic and uproar from? They're learning that from their parents, because their parents are sheep. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. That's how far we've come, right? Now, let me see something. Before I go any further, let me stop sharing my screen just for a second. If you're just coming in the house, as usual, I would ask you, please, brothers and sisters, hit the like button. That'll bring more people in so more people can see what we are talking about. All right, that's the purpose of the like button, not because you like me. Now, for those of y'all that did not see, that logged on late, right? As the brother said on the video, it looked like I was shooting the video from a Motorola Razr phone, but I wasn't. It was bad reception. Sister Malika told me that Walmart, as of 1 p.m. this afternoon, at least in the area where I live, now it's probably a nationwide policy, but in the area where we live, as of 1 o'clock this afternoon, Walmart was rationing water and toilet paper. So they had a limit on how much you can buy. Okay. And so I was like, that's, I said, that's strange. I said, let me go up there and let me see for myself, because I actually want to document that. It's kind of weird. Like, I wanted to see if that was really true. Are people really panicking this much? Now, remember, you have to really look at it before I show you this video. Let's just talk about this real quick. Let me go ahead back and share my screen again, right? Let me share my screen again. It makes sense when you have billion-dollar corporations like the NHL, right? National Hockey League. I don't know if everybody's been aware of it, because most of us, Jakes, we don't follow hockey. But the NHL, just like the NBA, they have suspended their season. Now you're talking about $2 billion, if not trillion-dollar businesses that have now shut down because of the so-called coronavirus. And another thing, right? Sometimes, and I say this about a lot of things, but this relates to what we're talking about now. Some of you brothers and sisters, and I'm not really getting on you, I'm just trying to show brothers and sisters how social media sometimes could jam you up. Rushing to post things on social media can jam you up, right? How many of you brothers and sisters were saying, or you heard people saying, black people can't catch the coronavirus because we have melanin? Y'all were hearing that, right? So now you had the dude, Rudy Gobert, right? Rudy Gobert, he caught the coronavirus, supposedly, right? Now, how many of you brothers and sisters know a second NBA player tested positive, supposedly, for coronavirus? Donovan Mitchell of the Utah Jazz tested positive, supposedly, allegedly, for the coronavirus. So Negroes is online. So listen, you think the white man was gonna let y'all go? You think he wasn't gonna include y'all in that? Are you crazy? He's shutting down corporations, schools, businesses. The city of New Rochelle here in New York, there's a certain part of that thing that's quarantined. Like all that's going on, and you gonna escape? Nah. Negroes is posting it online. He said, okay, let's just take care of that real quick. Now you have two NBA players, Jakes, right? Well, I don't know if Rudy Gobert is a Jake. I can't really tell by looking at him. He looks like he has the phenotype of being a Jake, but I never really looked to see what his parents are. I'm not going to do that right now. If you know, you can put it in the chat. But Donovan Mitchell is a Jake, right? Donovan Mitchell is our people, and he came down with the virus. Okay, so they shut down the whole NBA, right? The playoffs are a month away. Y'all know how much money is involved in the playoffs, right? Y'all know how much money is involved in that, right? Let's not forget what I spoke about last video. All the Jakes that work in those arenas, all the Jakes that sell the popcorn in the concessions, all the Jakes that work in the parking lot, all the Jakes that do security, all the Jakes that are the ushers, all the Jakes that are the ticket collectors. Now they don't have a job. Families can't pay their rent. Families can't buy food. Family being bankrupt. And I'm not saying this coronavirus is anything. That's why it's not about the virus. You got to look around and see what is the residual, or I should say, not the residual effects. That's not the word. What are the effects, the peripheral? What's happening on the periphery? What's happening around this coronavirus? People are not able to go to work. They're not able to make money, et cetera, et cetera. That's what we need to be looking at. That's what we need to be looking at. Right? Same thing goes for this NHL, right? That's suspended. Same arenas where we work. Y'all know that baseball starts in April. The Major League Baseball starts in April, right? A couple of weeks away. Spring training is already started, if I'm not mistaken, or is about to start. That's probably next. So now you have $3 billion businesses shut down. Colleges suspending classes all the way until April as of this point. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Remember, there are jobs attached to all these things, brother. And a lot of times we're the ones working that. Don't forget that. A lot of us just get caught up in, well, I'm not afraid of corona. Whatever. We know that. We know that. But there's something bigger going on here. They're preparing the people for something. All right. Now let me go ahead and show y'all this, man. 1 second. Uno segundo. Hold on 1 second. So for those of y'all that did not see, let me stop sharing for a second because I got to reshare. For those of y'all that did not see my video with me in Walmart, I'm going to show you the two videos with me in Walmart right now. For those of y'all that didn't see it, as I mentioned a minute ago, Sister Malika went to Walmart today like normal, and when she got there, literally the sales clerk said, you're the last person that's able to buy more than 2 waters. You're the very last person. Everybody after you is only allowed 2 waters. That's it. And the shelves in Walmart are empty. Not the junk food. If you like cookies, potato chips, and all that stuff is still in. But the essentials, the shelves are empty in the Walmart, at least by me. And I got people on the comment board of the other video that I did saying it's like that over in Europe and other places as well. All right? Let me show y'all the video real quick. Check it out. Let me share my screen. Make sure that I put the audio so you guys can hear it. All right, here we go. So let's go ahead. Got it. All right, let's hide that. And let's come over here to my folder and check it out, y'all. Crazy, look at this. And they only allowing 2 per person. Real quick, before I go any further, I'm gonna play it a little bit. And they put signs out. Real quick, I'm gonna come back to play it. I need your help. I want to make sure y'all can hear it. Put 1 in the chat. Let me know you can hear it. Put 1 in the chat. Let me know you were able to hear the video. Let me know, and I'm going to play it. Put 1 in the chat. Let me know that the audio was coming through clear. Crusher Corpse, thank you. He said Rudy Gobert is Jake. All praise to the Most High. Okay, so we're going to come back now. Let's come back. Y'all were hearing it. So watch this. Crazy. Look at this. Do y'all see the shelves? There's 1 bottle of water left. And they only allowing. Look at the sign. To better serve our customers, we are limiting quantities to 2 per customer. Sorry for any inconvenience. This was an hour ago at Walmart. Now, I'm going to play the video, but I just need to talk. I need for y'all to listen. I'm going to keep saying it. We're not saying that this is the pandemic of all pandemics. We're not saying this is the end of the world. That's not what we're saying. What what you need to be looking at and seeing is how quickly the people go into a panic. That's what you need to see. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to play the video, right? There was a sister behind me as I was filming this, right? She was in a wheelchair. As I was filming, she said to me, she's like, this whole coronavirus thing is BS. But check it out, right? Even though she knows that the whole thing is BS, right? She came to Walmart to buy water too. And guess what? She is affected by the fact that everybody else is panicking. So she was not able to buy water anyway. She was able to buy her 2 bottles and that was it. So she was affected even though she knows that it's BS. Even though she knows that. So what I want brothers and sisters to understand, don't think because you know that something is not real, that you and your family cannot be affected by it, because you can. That is the reason why it's very important for you to plan, not to panic, but to plan. That's the point. And whether or not this is actually going to escalate into what we always talk and prophesy about at this time, or whether it's going to be something else down the road, whether it be a mass shooting, whether it be another terrorist attack, or whatever they're going to do, the point is this is a lesson to show you what can happen and how fast it can escalate, so you are prepared. Not panicking, but prepared. Our forefather Joseph was prepared. The Most High didn't reach a black arm through the sky with a magic wand and feed the Israelites in Egypt. The Most High showed Joseph in a dream, and Joseph prepared. We're not Christian. Now, I want to say this too, because I could already in my head hear certain people, oh, brother, you're preparing. You can't prepare. Listen, I'm not saying that if you have a few things in your house that's going to save you. That's not what I'm saying. But if there's a shortage of food for a week or two, or they quarantine people in a certain area for a certain amount of time, if you're prepared, you have things in your house to hold you and your family, especially if you got young children, especially if you have elderly children. Why wouldn't you have certain things in place or certain measures in place in case? Why wouldn't you? That's common sense. There's nothing wicked about that. That has nothing to do with not having faith, because Negroes like to say that. It's common sense, man. It's common sense. Like I said, the sister in a wheelchair, she was elderly. She came to Walmart looking for water. And there was really, she only could buy 2. That was it. So it affected her whether she believed in it or not. So I'm just saying, be smart. That's all. I'm not even seeing the comments. I don't know what y'all talking about, but here's the video. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Crazy. Look at this. And they only allowing 2 per person. They put signs out. You're only allowed to buy 2 waters per person, and the shit is already empty. Look at that. That's crazy. Yeah, go ahead. Sure. That's on the wheelchair right there. Right there. Y'all saw it. I don't know if y'all saw it. That was her. Yeah. 2. You're only allowed 2 waters per person. The shit is empty. Look at that. See, all the Gatorade and stuff is still here. The water is gone. Look at that. Look at that, family. Pallets are empty. Look at that, family. Crazy. It's fucking crazy, man. Crazy. Now peep this, like all the juices and stuff. There's no limit. There's no signs here. There's no limit to buy all this poison. There's no limit for that. Because that's not essential. You know what I'm saying? Minute Maid apple juice and all that stuff like that, that's not essential. Starbucks coffee, that's not essential to survive. So you're gonna find that. You're gonna find that. They're not limiting that. But water, they limited that. But water, they have a limit. Wow. Water's gonna be a high commodity, family. It's gonna be a high commodity, I'm telling you. Years ago, well, you know what? I'll tell y'all that in a minute. Let me close this off for a second and see what's happening with the people. Okay, I see y'all in there. Y'all good. Let's watch the second video now. Let's watch the second video, and then I'll come back and I'll talk to y'all. Watch this. Because it's not just the water, right? So because everybody is now a germaphobe, I went to the bleach aisle, right? Y'all can already see. I got a still right there, empty. Not a bottle of bleach there. Completely empty. This is Walmart, goddammit. This is Walmart. They never empty. Not like this. But people are panicking because of the media. See? So this is showing you something. This is showing you something how bad it could get quickly. I'm gonna keep saying it because I know how Israel is. I'm not saying this is it, but this is a lesson if you're listening. Only if you're listening. Everybody doesn't listen. Everybody doesn't take stuff seriously until shit gets serious. This is a lesson. I'm learning from it as I'm seeing. If you've lived in a hurricane zone like in Florida and Louisiana, you've seen this before too. So I hope those of you that live in areas like that already have learned this lesson before. But people like in the Northeast, where I live at, out on the West in California, they're not really used to this sort of thing with the shelves being empty. So for those of you that are in those states, you need to learn from this. Let's go. Crazy. No bleach. And y'all don't have none in the back either, right? What? Bleach. No bleach in the back at all, right? I got you. No problem. Just wanted to know. It's coming? Okay, no doubt, no doubt. Definitely, no doubt. What's over here? That's the tissue aisle, brothers and sisters. For some reason, I was trying to figure it out why there's such a rush for everybody to get toilet tissue. I was seeing it on the news and everything. I'm like, what the hell is going on with that? I understand the water and the bleach, but the toilet tissue, I wasn't really understanding. But the shelves are empty. Toilet paper. Toilet paper. Empty. 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 Wow. 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 Sold out completely? Any more in the back? And you know when it's coming? Wow. You ever seen anything like this before? I've never seen nothing like this before. This is crazy. Thank you. Yeah, everybody's scary. Everybody's scary, yeah. So, like I was saying before, let me just come out of here. Let me stop sharing my screen for a second. Just for a second. Why do I keep doing that? Duh. There we go. Don't mind me, y'all. Not the most technically savvy person in the world. Where am I at? There we go. All right. So what I want to say to you, brothers and sisters, about that, right, is that so you brothers and sisters see how quickly things can turn. If you don't take nothing else away from it, just take that. There was a blackout in New York. I'm going to say it was around 2001. Was the blackout 2001 or 2002? If you're from New York, you know, let me know. And at the time that the blackout was going on, I'll get a little personal. I used to live in the projects. I was living in the projects, right? And of course, you know that in the hood, the Arabs control the stores, right? You have the Arab stores. The corner stores are owned by the Arabs, and you have the Chinese people, right? So there was a blackout, no electricity, no nothing. So I went into the Arab store to get a bottle of water, just a regular bottle of water that, you know, you buy a bottle of water for like $1. The Arabs were selling bottled water for $7 a bottle. Just like when you go to a basketball, and it's not outrageous. Remember, if you go to a basketball game, a football game, you buy a bottle of water, $7, right? Something like that. The Arabs were price gouging and selling bottles of water to people, poor people from the projects. They were selling them bottles of water, for $7 a pop. All right. Now, these are women that have children. Some of them are single. They have no man. They have no husband. Some of them, they have a lot of young children and so forth and so on. Some of the people are elderly, and they didn't give a damn about you or your children or nothing. They were selling you bottles of water for $7 a pop, right? I've seen this before in my own way. So that wasn't really surprising to me. I know how quickly things could turn. And especially our people are never prepared for anything. If you have elderly people in your house, if you have young children in your house, you should always be somewhat prepared for an emergency. Again, I'm not saying that you're going to be able to, you're not going to be, they have a show on TV called Doomsday Preppers. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about hoarding. I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about having the foresight and common sense to see what's happening and say to yourself, you know what? They're quarantining people. They're doing all this stuff like that. Let me just have enough stuff in my house for 2 or 3 weeks. Let me just do that just in case. After all, if you get water, you are going to drink it. You're going to drink it. It's not going to go bad. You're going to drink it, right? If you buy certain foods, whatever that you know that you eat, that are non-perishable, you know you're going to eat it. So why wouldn't you prepare? Why would you wait until something crazy happens and then they start gouging prices and you crying? Oh, can you believe it? They're charging $7 for water. Yeah. Yep. Because you waited. See? You see? Get off Facebook for a minute and stop arguing about doctrines on Facebook and actually look at the news and see what's going on and do something more productive sometimes, man. It's ridiculous with our people. It's ridiculous. What is your plan for your family? I have one. I never say it online, and you shouldn't get online either. And if you are preparing, that's another thing. Keep your business offline. Let me show y'all something. I'm not going to go into it right now. I'll do it another show. Let me show you something because I don't never want to take for granted that you guys know everything. So whether you know or not, majority you know. For the maybe 2 or 3 people that don't know, I got to share this for them. Brothers and sisters, in 1994, Bill Clinton, y'all like to call him the first black president, right? Negroes love him some Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton enacted legislation under 2 executive orders. I have the executive orders numbers here with me. I'm not going to go into it. If there's any other Israelites that are watching that want to do shows on it, whatever, feel free. Because who don't watch me might watch you. You do a show on it. In 1994, Bill Clinton enacted 2 presidential executive orders that outlawed hoarding. Anti-hoarding laws are on the books. So the way that these things work, whether it's a massive school shooting, whether it's a terrorist attack, whether it's a pandemic like the coronavirus, there's always legislation and other things that are attached to it that are enacted. And a lot of times they lay dormant on the books until something happens. Then when something happens, they start enforcing the laws. And you're saying, well, I didn't know that. Well, it's your responsibility to know. It's your responsibility to know. That's what they're going to tell you. You go to court, you stand in front of a judge, and the judge say you violated, boom, 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 boom. You're like, well, I didn't know. The judge is going to tell you that's your responsibility to know because it is. It's in writing. And now some of you that didn't know, now you know. There are anti-hoarding laws already in place. So if you think when a state of emergency happens for real, that you're going to go to the supermarket and grab 3 carts and fill it to the top, you're out of your mind. That's not going to happen. Y'all just saw what happened in Walmart. When shit go crazy, they start rationing stuff. Okay? So, the time to prepare in case of something being an emergency and you may be in your house or whatever like that, you got to be there for a week or 2. You know what I'm saying? Listen, all it would take, man. Now, I didn't really do much research on it, but the city in New York is called New Rochelle. And I was reading and hearing about the city of New Rochelle. They got certain parts of New Rochelle that are quarantined. Right? All it would take is 20 people that live in the projects to catch a corona, so-called, right? And they'll quarantine the projects, and you got to stay in. You can't. Nobody go in, nobody leave. Then what? Oh, you didn't go food shopping. You buy your food every day as you go. That's how you. And you got young children. That's how you moving. If you're in this truth and you don't understand what I'm telling you, you know what? You need to log off and go watch something else. I'm dead up. The Most High is giving us warning through the scriptures. We're going to go through that in a second. The Most High is giving us warning through the scriptures, and the Most High is giving you warning. You don't have to accept us as being the watchmen of the prophets. You don't have to, but that's who we are. And that's why the Spirit of the Most High always moves for us to come and warn our people about what's going on. Ain't nobody else telling you about the stuff but the Israelites. Now, whether you take the warning or not, it's on you. The Most High said in Ezekiel 2, my people are, whether they hear or forbear, tell them. So that's what we're doing. I'm warning you. I'm giving you good advice. I'm giving you good counsel. Don't let nobody tell you you shouldn't be prepared, especially in this day and time, especially seeing what's going on with this coronavirus. Let me not ramble on, but there are anti-hoarding laws on the books. So you might want to consider that and watch what's going on and prepare yourself for what can and eventually will happen, because the Most High is causing the elite to escalate this. The Bible says in Revelation 12:12, the devil will come down with great wrath because he knows he has but a short time. Y'all see the awakening, right? Y'all see the awakening. They know they have a short time. They know that. So things are being moved into place for them to bring in what they want to bring in. Y'all listen, man. Listen. Pay attention. This is a warning from the Most High. Pay attention. Let me close some of these windows. Okay, I already talked about that. Right? And I don't need, let's see, I'm trying to get Bill Clinton. I don't need him. Let's look at this article right here from the New York Post. For those of you that don't know, Italy is on lockdown. The country of Italy is on lockdown. In case you didn't know, if you've been living under a rock, Ireland and Denmark are on lockdown now too. So we don't know how far this is going to go before they draw it back. If Denmark is on lockdown, Ireland is on lockdown, Italy is on lockdown, the U.S. could very well. Y'all saw already that Trump said ain't no traveling to Europe no more, right? For the next 30 days. Again, we're not saying that this is the be-all, end-all, but what it's showing you is, what if there is a lockdown here? What will a lockdown entail? What will be involved in a lockdown? What does that mean? You don't know, and I don't know. So you know what you do? You don't panic. You prepare. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Let's read this article. All right, so New York Post is from today. It says, Ireland on Thursday joined a growing number of European nations enforcing countrywide lockdowns amid the growing threat of coronavirus. So there's countrywide lockdown in Ireland. As of Thursday night, all schools, colleges, childcare facilities, and cultural institutions will be closed. And indoor gatherings of more than 100 people and outdoor ones of more than 500 people will also cancel. We have not witnessed a pandemic of this nature in living memory, Prime Minister Leo Varadkar said from Washington, D.C., while announcing the sweeping rules, according to the Irish Times. Hold on, let me scroll down a little bit. This is uncharted territory, he said, admitting he was asking for enormous sacrifices. And I'm glad I saw that phrase, enormous sacrifices. Going back to what I just showed y'all in Walmart, when there's a shortage of food or water or essentials, the powers that be have the people in the palm of their hands, and most of our people will accept whatever the government says. That's the point. That's why they do it. That's the point. The point is to bring these things in to instill a fear in the people. And once the people are fearful, now they can get you to accept certain things. And the Bible tells you if you accept certain things, you're not going to make it. So the time coming, the Bible says the time of Jacob's trouble. And also the Bible speaks about the hour of temptation. A lot of y'all don't know about that. The Bible speaks about the hour of temptation. You're going to be tried and you're going to have to make a choice. But we're not there yet. Let's continue. Acting together as one nation, we can save many lives, he said, as his nation recorded 43 cases of COVID-19, along with one death. His announcement came just hours after Denmark became the second country after Italy to enforce a lockdown, having confirmed 514 cases of COVID-19. All schools, public and private, and daycare facilities will be closed from Monday, and all public servants who do not perform critical functions have been ordered to stay home for the next 2 weeks. So if you work in a public job there, and you're not considered to be essential, you're staying home, which means what? No pay. What if that comes here? Do you have enough food in the house to stay home for 2 weeks? Think about it. Do you have enough food in your house and water to survive for the next 2 weeks if that were to come to where you live? If the answer is no, You need to start thinking, and you need to know what to do. And you ain't got to say it online. You ain't got to put it in the chat, but you just got to start thinking. We're in that time where people need to start thinking. The Most High is giving you warning. He don't have to do it. He could just bring it down. He's showing you something. Pay attention. All indoor institutions, libraries, and leisure facilities are also being closed for at least 2 weeks. Reports say Norway's Prime Minister, Erna Solberg, was also due to announce similar measures for her country at some point Thursday. So Norway is going to do it next. Country after country after country after country is on lockdown for the coronavirus. All right. After the number of confirmed cases there rose to 621, experts have also predicted what? That Great Britain will soon be forced into a lockdown. Question, brothers and sisters. Question, question, question. Just a question. Just a question. If Great Britain is going to go on lockdown, according to experts, what makes you so sure that that's not going to happen here? I'm not saying it is going to happen here. What makes you so sure it's not, though? What makes you so sure it's not? So that's why you see the title of the video: Panic versus Preparation. Most High gave us the scriptures, the Most High gave us the prophecies, and the Most High gave Israel the watchmen, right? So you get warning. Most of our people will not heed the warning. Most of our people think there's Superman, Superwoman, invincible, or I know it's fake. Yeah, we understand that. But even though it's fake, it's affecting people anyway, because you just may want something. You may want to do something as simple as going to a supermarket and buying 4 gallons of water or whatever, and you only can buy 1 or 2. Now, I'm going to say this, right? I'm going to say this. I didn't film this. I drove down the road from Walmart to Dollar General. Now, the Dollar General that I went to is in a less populated area. The Walmart, of course, is like a magnet. Everybody goes there. That's why it was sold out. The Dollar General had a lot of water there. It did. But I'm going to tell you something. The majority of people at Walmart were complaining. They weren't thinking about driving down to Dollar General or driving to CVS or one of these other places where there might be a little bit more water. They weren't thinking about that. They just were panicking. They saw empty shelves and they just were panicking. You see? Anyway, that's pretty much it on that. That's pretty much it on that. What else do I have going on here? That's pretty much it on that. I'll come back to my screen in a second. There's 2 more things I want to talk to y'all about, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Let's see, how am I doing for time? Ooh, I already made my 45 minutes. Ah, boy. So I did make this a long video. Oh yeah, Muck the General. All praise to the Most High. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. And I'm not gonna beat y'all in the head. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna repeat what he said. The Bible talks to us about fasting, right? Some of us only fast on the Day of Atonement. That's the only time we fast. Other than that, we don't fast. Fasting is spiritual, right? The scriptures say we should fast, but also fasting teaches you to be able to go for a certain amount of time without food and be okay, as well as it gives your organs a rest. But if you practice fasting, you might be able to go a couple of days. How many brothers and sisters, honestly, ask yourself, will be okay if you only ate once a day? Much less you might eat every other day. Would you be okay? Would I be okay? I don't know. These are things you have to think about. You should think about, because they're coming according to the scriptures, right? Now, I want to say something else really quickly, right? And I want to say something to shout out my girl Mika. I'm about to talk about your boy, our good friend, Brother Sonetta, right? Just for a second. I was trying to call him. I wasn't able to get him. But he just, y'all know that there was a debate that was coming up March the 22nd where you had Captain Cesariak was going up against Dr. Vincent Bantu. And Sonetta had to cancel the debate because the debate was going to be at St. Francis College, and St. Francis College is closed. Now, he was explaining to the people that, and he was apologizing and telling them he was going to reschedule. But there was something that he said at the end of the video that I want to address. Right? He said at the end of the video, he made a statement. He was like asking Black people that if you contract the coronavirus, are you going to take some herbs to try to get rid of it, or are you going to take the vaccine? And I said, you know what? That's prolific. That's powerful. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. I need for everybody to hear what I'm saying. All right? I need everybody to listen attentively to what I'm saying. There is no herb, right, that can keep your magic herb that will keep you from developing any or contracting any illness. That's not the purpose of taking the herbs. Let me explain to you. Taking the herbs will build your immune system. That is what you're trying to do. That is what you're trying to do. For if you have a strong immune system, you are less likely to contract an illness that will cause you to have to go take a damn vaccine. That's what we're saying. We're not saying that there's a magic herb, is a magic plant that once you take it, you will never get sick. We're not saying that. A lot of times, the reason why people develop or contract viruses is because they have a weak immune system. That's the problem. That's the problem. So what we're saying is, if you introduce herbs and plants and different things into your diet, you will have a stronger immune system and you will be less likely to get the coronavirus. See, what Negroes want to do, Negroes want to get sick first and then go get the plant, and oh, it doesn't work. Of course not, because herbs are not fast acting. It has to be a lifestyle. That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. Build your immune system. Now let me share my screen. I'm going to show you, brothers and sisters, something. I'm already sharing my screen. Duh. Okay. Brothers and sisters, how do we know that what you put in your body can build your immune system? Look at a baby. Look at a baby. Now, I did a general Google search. I'm not going to go deep. You can do your own research. Look what it says. When a baby takes its mother's breast milk, the baby's immune system from the mother's natural milk, as opposed to the milk from the cow, as opposed to the Similac or whatever other garbage that you put in the baby, when the baby takes the mother's breast milk, natural breast milk, the baby's immune system from that natural milk builds up, and those babies are less likely to get ear infections and other illnesses that babies get, and atopical illnesses that babies get, like eczema and all other type of stuff. They're less likely to develop those things because they were breastfed. It's that simple. So the same thing goes for herbs. You're an adult, so you can't be breastfed, unfortunately, right? You can't be breastfed. So how do you build up your immune system? Through herbs. The same way a baby's system is too young for you to give the baby herbs that's going to cause the baby to maybe, go to the bathroom, this, that, and the third. The baby's organs are still developing, right? As opposed to an adult who has developed organs. So some of the herbs will be too strong for the baby. So the baby's immune system is built up by the mother's breast milk. Naturally, not a vaccine, not a pill, nothing. Breast milk, natural. So yes, natural things can build your immune system. I don't know what the conscious community is talking about. I just don't know. What they're doing is they're twisting it and saying, we're saying there's a magic mushroom somewhere. There's a magic plant. That's not what we're saying. If you introduce healthy plants and herbs and everything into your system and take them, and I know they're bitter. I know y'all don't like them. I know y'all say they're nasty, but so what? If you take it and build your immune system up, you are less likely to contract that coronavirus, and you don't have to worry about going for a damn vaccine. All right? I'm not going to beat y'all in the head. I just wanted y'all to understand that. Because I heard him say that, and I said he really doesn't, and it's no disrespect, but he really doesn't understand the way this thing goes, because he's busy over there listening to them dudes, and they're twisting what people like herbalists and different people are saying. They're twisting it. Nobody's saying that there's a magic cure-all. It's a lifestyle. And when you immerse yourself in that lifestyle, you get sick less often than the average person, all right? And you live a healthier quality of life than the average person. It's just as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Okay. Okay. Real quick. Isaiah, real quick. I'm not going to be this. Listen, Isaiah It's Isaiah chapter 32. And all I want is verses 9 and 10. Okay? This is what the Bible says. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Right? A lot of sisters get mad when we read the scripture, but that's just on you. A lot of you are the most susceptible when stuff like this happens. You are the most vulnerable when things like this happen. Go and watch when the levees broke. When there was chaos and everything in New Orleans, women that had no man were getting raped in the Superdome. Y'all hear what I'm telling you? Go back and watch that documentary. You're always the most vulnerable. And a lot of you sisters don't. Some of you have children. You don't have a man. You're susceptible. That's why it's even more important for you to prepare so you don't have to panic later. Be mad if you want. Listen, the Bible says, am I your enemy because I tell you the truth? I don't normally talk to y'all like this, but this shit is serious, man. Anyway, Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are ease, and hear my voice. How do you hear the Most High's voice? Through the watchmen, through us. Most High not coming down telling you nothing. You hear it through the watchmen. You don't listen. I ain't listening to no man. You don't listen to no man, you're going to die. You're going to die. The Most High is not coming down telling you nothing. He tells it to you through his prophets and his watchmen. Simple as that. Take it or leave it. Ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Verse 10. Many days ye shall be troubled, ye careless women. Because a lot of sisters, I don't need a man, I don't need this, I don't need that. Nobody can't tell me nothing. All right, cool. Well, the Most High is telling you through his prophets. You ain't got to listen. Verse 10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail. What does it mean when the vintage shall fail? So I opened up a tab because somebody may not understand what it means about the vintage failing. When you see that word vintage, vintage is like, it's giving you an example of when people grow grapes, like somebody that would grow grapes, right? And then when they would harvest the grapes, that's called a vintage, right? Sometimes you'll hear somebody say a wine that's vintage 1975 a wine. They call it vintage 1975 wine because that's talking about grape gathering, right? So the Most High is speaking about, I'm just being real quick with this. The Most High is speaking about the gathering of crops and stuff like that. There's going to be a shortage. The Bible's telling you that, okay? And the gathering shall not come. All these things are going to come, family. They're going to come. The Bible says they're going to come. They're going to come. Take it or leave it. I don't know what else to tell you. Take it or leave it, man. All right. I'm going to stop sharing this for a second. Just for a second. See what's going on in the household. Saturday, on the Sabbath, Most High's will, we're going to go deeper into this subject matter. We're going to talk about this a lot deeper, on a deeper level. I'm just speeding through it because I just came from work. I'm tired. You know, and that's that. Last but not least, right? And most important, we have a big job to do, Israel. We have a big job to do. And there's not enough of us doing it. The Bible says, Christ said, pray for laborers. The harvest is plenty. That's going back into the vintage again. There it is right there. Just did that off the top. The harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. The Most High said, therefore, pray for laborers. So we pray more and more brothers and sisters come into this truth to help us proliferate this truth. We have a big job to do to reach our people. The problem is that some of us are falling asleep at the wheel because the things that we are giving importance to online is not important right now. This is important right now. Right? So we're not going to reach all of our people by standing on a corner prophesying either. We're not. We're not going to reach all our people that way, right? Sometimes people walk by and they're intimidated to even stop and talk to us. These are true facts, right? Like for me personally, I saw the brothers in the streets in 1991, but I didn't come to the school till 92. It took me knowing somebody in the music industry, somebody that was doing music and I was doing music. It took that person to talk to me to encourage me to come to the school, for me to come. It wasn't a street teaching, although the street teaching is necessary because it brings a lot of brothers and sisters in. But what I'm trying to say, so you understand where I'm going, is that people come into this truth for many different reasons. Some brothers is going to come in through the street teaching. Some brothers and sisters are going to come in through YouTube. And some brothers and sisters are not going to come in through either one of those ways. That's why you see brothers doing music. You have people that are coming through into the truth through truth music. And some brothers and sisters are going to come in because Israel is doing movies. Now, y'all know the brother from my camp, the elder of my camp, Elder Zahab, he did a movie called Set Apart, right? It's on this very channel. If you didn't see it, put it in a search, Maccabees TV. The movie is called Set Apart. It is a short film. Well, isn't it ironic, brothers and sisters? Watch this. Isn't it ironic? And some of you already seen this. We've already gone over it before, but now I'm going to start pushing this even more. Isn't it ironic that the brother Zahab has another movie coming out, another short film and documentary coming out called Charagma? And we had no idea, and he had no idea at the time that he wrote this short film and filmed it, that the very things that are in this short film is what you see happening right now. The very things. This is the website. Y'all see it right there. The website is called The Charagma, right? And I'm on the About section of the website so we can see what's going on. In a time between now and tomorrow, all must receive the mark. Small and great, rich and poor, free and bond will be identified. One man is faced with the ultimate choice between life and death. He must make a decision that will either save his own life or betray those that depend on him for survival. The dark days are here. Find out what is the Charagma. This is an actual short film that the brother is putting together. And if I can say it, I hope he doesn't mind. If he minds, he's going to chew me out when I'm done. The brother is coming out of his own pocket completely to put this film together. And I'm working with this brother and I'm watching how much of his own money he's putting into this film to put it out for Israel as a labor of love, with no guarantee that Israel is even going to support him. And what the Spirit moved him to do is the very thing that's going on in our world. And it may take somebody to see it in a movie or a short film for them to wake up. So the Most High put that spirit on him to do this. It's a labor of love. The Set Apart movie he put out, he gave it to y'all for free. And he spent money out of his pocket for that. So this is what I'm going to say, Israel. If you can, if the Most High puts it on your spirit and the Most High moves you, the website is called thecharagma.com. You could come here, you can see what it's all about, and you can support the brother if the Most High moves you. And I hope it moves some of you, right? Y'all can see that there's a merchandise page where he has shirts. If you want to get a shirt, whatever like that. If you just want to give a donation to the brother, there's a tab here for that. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm doing this and why I'm saying what I'm saying. Because there is a contingency of you all that know that the film, that's the homepage of the website. There is a contingency of you brothers and sisters that know that this film is coming, this short film is coming, and y'all keep asking me, when is it coming out? And the problem is that the brother's coming out of his pocket. So although the film is done, the release date is still up in the air because obviously it costs a lot of money to do this. So if you want to see the film sooner, if you want to help the brother, it's going to happen either way, brothers and sisters. But if you want to see the film sooner, if you want to help the brother, and I can't lie, the brother would love your support, then you guys now know what to do. That's the website, The Charagma. You can donate, or if you don't like donating money to Israelites, you can just buy a shirt. Whether you buy one for your son, your daughter, your wife, whatever, just buy a shirt and help to support the brother. That film will come out that much sooner if he receives assistance from the family. Now, we're not shaking the panhandle like Pastor Porkchop, the tin cup asking for money, because we're telling you the film is already filmed, right? But there's the editing process, which is tremendous. If you've ever done a movie, which 9 out of 10 of us have not, I didn't know what was involved until I seen what he's going through. The sound man, the light man, the this, the that is crazy. It's crazy. But we're going to do it. And the sooner you brothers and sisters help him, we have other films coming down the pipe, including one that I wrote. And when y'all see what that is, y'all going to love that one. That film is going to be a conversation piece in Israel for all time when y'all see the one that I wrote. But I'll never get to put it out if this is not a success. So I just want to let your brothers and sisters know about that. Please, if you could come to this website and support this brother, man. It's a very, very spiritual thing that this brother actually put this film together, and we're seeing what we're seeing happening on the news. It's just really, the Most High is moving, man. The Most High is moving through Israel. I'm telling you. And we're trying to do things that have never been done before that are unprecedented. That's what we're trying to do so that we can reach more people. That's the point, right? People are going to come in from all walks of life, and they're going to come in for different reasons, right? And we have to be prepared to receive them. So I don't really want to I really don't want to talk you brothers and sisters to death. I think you brothers and sisters get the gist of everything that I said. I hope that you brothers and sisters got something from it. And again, the website is thekaragma.com. I'm hoping that the brother will get back to me and say that even I'm a lowball it. Even 10 people, man, bought a shirt that watched this video, or even 10 people gave $5 or something, man. Believe me, he'd appreciate it, and I would appreciate it, right? They took away. So some of y'all been asking me, as y'all could see. Let me just double check. Yeah, YouTube, for those of y'all that don't see, YouTube took away my monetization. Not that I give a damn. They took it. Some of y'all didn't know that. They took it. They said that this channel is hate speech. They took it. That's okay. So for those of y'all, some of y'all hit the Cash App. And by the way, Corey Fink, the all praises to the Most High, because Deacon Aisha would have got on me. Corey Fink, you sent something to the camp. The water for that. Everybody that has hit my Cash App, I don't be panhandling. I just put it there. Everybody's hit my Cash App. The water. What I'm gonna ask y'all is, those of y'all that are asking me about the super chat, why it's not there no more. Those of you that the Most High puts it on your heart, maybe to send a little something my way to help me do what I do, y'all can withhold that. Come to this website if you want to do something. It's like if you do it for him, you're doing it for me. Come to this website and help the brother out so we can get this film out. This is for Israel. This is for all Israel, and we're gonna have a premiere for this film and all that. And you have some big name brothers that are in. It's a film. It's a short film, and it is also a documentary as well. So we've already conducted some interviews with some brothers in Israel as well. They're going to actually be in this film, and you're going to see a lot of familiar faces in the film. I'm in the film. General Hashar is in the film. Y'all going to see all that. So support. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Israel, I'm about to be out of here. I love y'all. Thank you for listening. I hope you got something from what I showed you. And I hope it was helpful. We will be back, Most High will, on Saturday. This is not the end of the world, brothers and sisters. It's just an opportunity for us to open our eyes and see what type of world we're living in, and, you know, accustom ourselves to what world we're living in, and just be somewhat prepared for what can happen. Oh, and one more thing. No, you know what? I'm not even going to get into that today. I'm going to get into that on Saturday, because that if I start talking about what just came in my mind, I'm going to be here for another 30 minutes. And I already know how y'all, somebody gonna come on the comment board and said, see, you said it was short, it wasn't short. Y'all love doing that to me, right? Y'all like doing that to me. I'll let y'all live though. I laugh at y'all when y'all say it. I ain't mad. It's all good. It's all good. All right. So with that being said, I want to say that we give all praise and honor to the Most High. Next stop for Israel is the kingdom. The Bible says through much tribulation, we will enter into the kingdom of heaven. Next stop for the nation of Israel is rulership on this planet Earth, with all nations subject to us, and we're going to be ruling under Yahushua, our Lord, and we're going to be joint heirs with him. That is our next stop. And in order for that to happen, this place has to go down. So there's going to be some rough days, but we say all praise to the Most High, because if this place don't go down, then the Bible is not true. So we just have to gird our minds and prepare ourselves for what's coming, all right, in your family. And be strong, brothers, and be strong, sisters. And if you're a sister that has a husband, you be strong for your husband too. All right, y'all be strong. So with that being said, I'm gonna get on out of here, and I'm gonna play this selection on the way out, because pretty much this sums up how I feel about everything. I love y'all, brothers and sisters, man. Peace and blessings, and I say shalom, man. Peace, 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 brother Patrick. What's good?
I saw your video, man. It's all about the American vibe, but you gotta put some Caribbean vibe in the video right now, man. Bless. Boom.
You got it. Coming up, Caribbean style. You know how we do. Peace out.
Yo, you know how we do, Yashala. Shout out to all Israel. Bringing this truth in. Take complete Yala. Here to drop this word.
We gotta stand when we coming through. So if you feel how I feel, then what the hell you gonna do? Shante, we gotta stand when we coming through. So if you feel how I feel, slave, heart of a king, you can't hold me hostage. Armed with the words of Yahweh and his holy prophets. As I chant down Babylon, load up my magazine, burn down this wicked place, so pass me some gasoline. And where my real soldiers at? The time is now, there's nothing that can hold us back. Maccabees, Alliance, we do what real leaders do. Burn Christianity and that white Jesus is true. Can't wait, I represent the risen Savior, while the devil gets rich off the prison labor. Burn them up, burn them up. Don't call it sudden death of the house of Esau, there won't be nothing left. We gotta stand when we coming through. So if you feel how I feel, then what the hell you gonna do? Check down Babylon. We gotta stand when we coming through. So if you feel how I feel, then what the hell you gonna do? Cast down thrones, the vision was awful, and the ancient of days would hear like pure wool. Clothed in white linen, so I walked toward the light hand. I saw Yahweh Shah, king was seated by his right hand. The prophet Daniel described it so vivid that the kingdom is ours and God is going to give it back. Chant down wickedness and everything your alibis. Cry aloud, spare not, and no, I don't apologize. I pray for the dying youth. I'm war machine, but I ain't got an iron suit hunting down traitors cause I ain't got a soft spot. So where's the politicians at? And where's Pastor Pork Chop? Yeah. The Christian church lied to me. Homeland Security, they violate my privacy. CIA, FBI, they ain't got nothing on me. Biblical prophecy, so here comes the Russian army. We gotta stand when we coming through. So if you feel how I feel, then what the hell you gonna do? Check down Babylon. We gotta stand when we coming through. So if you feel how I feel, then what the hell you gonna do? Check down Babylon.
So now you know Esau's finished. This world is going down. Priest, y'all already dropped it on you. So we stand true. Kum Yashala. Israel in the building. All praise to the Most High.